Hi, I'm Donna Davis. I'm here with Todd Baughan, who is the Vice President of Sales with Fleming Flooring. And welcome to the show, Todd.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
So we're going to talk a little bit about how you guys work with professionals. But before we get started with that, I do want to encourage people to ask your questions. Todd is here and can answer, all of your questions about flooring, whether or not you're a professional or a consumer. So how is business going, Todd?
Business has been great. It's been surprisingly busy. We're having a lot of customers coming in the showroom, calling into the store, scheduling measures. A lot of our builders are staying really busy. Interest rates are low, so houses are selling. So it's been very busy. It's been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I think that so many of us are in our homes right now. We look around. I know I have to get carpet. I know that people are really focused on their homes right now. We have to see them so much. So many people are working from home. And has that affected your business, do you think? So many people being home?
Absolutely. I think people are seeing their flooring and realizing that they need to change it. Whether it's a worn carpet, or maybe they want to change the color of their hardwood. So being at home, I think, has made a big impact because people are seeing what they're living on, and they realize it's time to change it. So absolutely.
Yeah. And also, I think that right now home prices are going up. Probably a lot of people are putting their homes on the market. So is it at all tough to meet the deadlines of getting, carpet and wood floors in people's homes by Christmas? Everybody always wants, new things for their home by the holidays.
Yeah, I would say now's the time to do it because we're definitely busy, but we're also having service problems from our manufacturers. So placing an order, getting it placed, and getting it delivered is taking probably 10 to 14 days longer than it normally would. So I think the manufacturers are still having an issue with COVID with getting people back to work. So if we can get out and do an estimate and get an order placed, then it gives us plenty of time to receive that material and schedule it. So the holidays are definitely going to be a crunch period for sure.
I can definitely see that. I think it's always that way in the building industry, but now so probably more than ever. So we do want to talk a lot about how you guys work with the trades. I know you work with interior designers, large home builders, small home builders, remodelers. We want to play a clip from one of your fans. He's a deck builder here in Atlanta, one of the top most award-winning deck builders, Frank Poligrudo with Decks and More.
Fleming Flooring is a key and crucial part of our design. The one thing is they have a wonderful showroom. It's in Marietta. They've been in business for over 40 years. Most of the time we're doing an addition. People want tile or hardwood, maybe they want carpet. They have all of that right there in the showroom. It's nice where I can take the client, show them, here's some different samples of tile. And then there's this new product called LVT, luxury vinyl tile. It looks amazing. If you want traditional carpet, we can get that for you. If you want hardwood, they have samples of that. So whatever your heart desires for flooring, they have it all. They measure it, they install it, it's seamless, and it's just a wonderful partner to have.
Frank just said amazing things, and you guys have had a relationship for quite some time, right, Todd?
Yeah, we have. Frank's a great guy. Really tries his hardest to do the best job that he can. Comes into the showroom, meets us out on the job site with the customers, which is really great when the contractor can be there with us to introduce us to their customer. And Frank does an exceptional job.
Yeah, and definitely has the awards and everything to prove that. But, getting back to, I work with a lot of, professionals in the remodeling industry, and really what they always say, it comes down to customer service. You guys have a great selection. You have a beautiful showroom. But really, tell me a little bit about your customer service when it comes to builders.
Yeah, so with builders, we have a great relationship with them. They help us They introduce us to their customers. When the customers come in, they make an appointment to where they can make their selections. We have ladies Pamela, Whitney, Tiffany, and Paula that do a great job with those customers. We can order samples to where we can send it to their homes. We then schedule an appointment to where we can go out and measure the space and see what's needed. And then where you can communicate with the contractor to find out if there's anything extra that we need or something that he may have to do before we show up to do our work. And then we schedule the install and we receive the material. And then we go over their specific job with our installers so our installers know exactly what to do. And when they get out there, they're prepared to make sure that the flooring goes in well. But with construction, sometimes you come across a road bump. And when you do, we have an installation manager, whether it's tile or wood or carpet, and they will go out there and solve the problem with our installer and with the homeowner and with that contractor. So we try to be full service, and we really try to be flexible because we understand sometimes when we demo an old flooring, that we may have an issue underneath it that we didn't see originally. But it's having that strong relationship with the contractor that helps in solving those problems.
Yeah, so Todd, let's go and take a look at the website because I want people to see, all of the services that you do have and how you can work with builders. So you guys work with builders and property managers. You also do all kinds of commercial. Tell me a little bit about who some of your clients are and what you feel like you can do for, like, say, property managers.
Absolutely. So we have a customer that owns 3 office buildings in the Atlanta area. And so we change out all their flooring depending on when a lease comes up. And so we will rip out the old flooring, put in new carpet tile, luxury vinyl plank, vinyl composition tile, whatever it may be. And we do that every month for this particular customer. And we work with a general contractor that's terrific to work with. And so we have to meet deadlines, and so we offer those products. We also work with dentists and doctors. We change out their flooring because luxury vinyl plank is becoming more and more popular, and it's a great solution for these dentists and doctors to use because it's easy to clean, it's very durable, and it's a lot better than putting carpet in. So we work with professionals like them. We do retail stores. I think we did Henri's, who's going in at the Marietta market. We changed out some tile for them. So we do all sorts of things in the commercial sector. And now with luxury vinyl plank, that type of flooring is very versatile and it's very durable and it resists moisture and resists scratches. So that's a new category that's really helped us for those type of customers.
I didn't even think about that, but it's so true. Like, I love the luxury vinyl. Started hearing about it maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I could not picture that it could look as good as it does. I think you have to see it.
Yep, you do. And we have big samples in our showroom. We can order samples, but we have very large samples in our showroom that really helps give people a visual. But I think what's more important is every customer should go on our website, use the visualizer, go on, whether it's the manufacturer's website as well, and take a look at the room scene. Some of them allow you to take a picture of your space and then import that particular product into that space. So that, to me, helps give the customer the total visual of what it's supposed to look like. Because sometimes a small sample board may not indicate exactly what it looks like in a whole room, because a luxury vinyl plank may have up to 20 patterns that we mix in there, and that particular sample may only show 1 or 2. So always go see a room scene. I think it really helps give that customer a great visual of what it's supposed to look like in a big space.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying about why you would want to. First of all, your website is amazing for being able to go through and look at. You can upload a picture of your room. You can see all the styles and design, look at colors, and your website is just so great, I think, for just about anyone from consumers to designers and that kind of thing. There's so much that they can do. It's very interactive and it's fun. Like as you get into it, you can see everything. But getting back to using luxury vinyl in a medical setting, it just seems to make so much sense because, like you said, carpet is never as easy to really sanitize as what this luxury vinyl product, and luxury vinyl looks just like hardwood floors. You know, it can look like just about anything.
And I think you bring up a great point. Now that people are sanitizing more, luxury vinyl is easy to sanitize. It's easy to clean. So you can get whatever that may be on there, and especially with what we're going through in today's world, it is very easy to clean, and moisture doesn't hurt it. So we would highly recommend it. There are different price points to try to fit within a certain budget, but our professionals will go out there and recommend the right product because they're different wear layers. If you get light traffic, then there's a light commercial product. If you have heavy traffic and a heavy commercial usage, then we would want to recommend something that's going to hold up to that type of traffic. So luxury vinyl is terrific. And then on the other side, carpet tile is great to use because if you do get something on a particular tile, it is very easy to pull up and replace.
Okay, if you could walk me through to see that, I've never even heard of that. I would love to see that.
Yeah, so carpet tile, if you want something that's a little warmer, it can be sometimes a little bit more cost effective. Carpet tile, it's a very durable product, but unlike roll goods, where a roll good can have a pulled loop or when something gets on there or something damages the carpet, it's very difficult to repair. But with a carpet tile, it's very simple to just pull up the carpet tile and replace it. And we always order what's called attic stock, so the customer has more left over, so it's easy for them to do it, or we can come out and do it as well. So it gives warmth, it reduces noise, and it does fit in a price point. So between luxury vinyl planker tile and carpet tile, there's a great combination of both to use. So carpet tile, we're using it more and more, and I highly recommend it.
I have never heard of that. So how big is each one of the tiles?
So they typically are 24-inch by 24-inch squares.
Wow. And so if you get a stain, you could just replace that part of it.
You just pull it up. We use a pressure-sensitive adhesive, and you pull it up. And sometimes it can be difficult to get up, so we may have to come out. But in property management, the facilities managers are used to doing it, so they can pull it up and replace it. They also make plank carpet tile, and they're really cool. They're getting more modern, contemporary. And so you can do a 9-inch by 36-inch. And so it really gives a great visual. One of our strategic partners is Shaw Contract, and Shaw Contract is a commercial outfit from Shaw Industries, and they do a tremendous job in sending out free samples. They will send out multiple samples for free, and so that consumer can really get a good visual.
That is amazing. I mean, flooring is one of those things that I think it keeps evolving. So if you haven't purchased flooring in about 5 years, there's so many more choices now. Do you find that a lot of people just come into the showroom to see what's new? In particular, let's talk about interior designers. Are they coming in your showroom a lot just to see what some of the new products are?
Absolutely. I mean, they've read about them, but now they can actually see them in person. So they come in, and then we educate and we show them. We like to align ourselves with partners that we can stand behind, and they stand behind us. So they can come in, look at the sample. We can order samples for them. But absolutely, with all these new categories, it's up to our showroom personnel to really educate them on the right usage and the right product to go into that particular space. So it is good to sometimes not only do the initial legwork on our website, and that way you can educate yourself and then come into the showroom and we can do more deep. We can dial down into the specific product, and then you can touch and feel the product as well.
Yeah, and your showroom is gorgeous. It's huge, and what a wide selection of brands and, every different type of flooring that you need, tile and stone, hardwood, like you said, the luxury vinyls, and every style of carpet. So you can do just about anything. But tell me a little bit about, and we may take a look at, as we're talking about this, we may also take a look at some of your team members. Like, I would think that as far as interior designers, one of the things they would really like about you guys is the level of knowledge and expertise that you have in your team.
Absolutely. And we just made a recent change where Pamela Snow, who's been with us for 5 years, she is wonderful, very experienced. And now she is doing more appointment-only calls for designers and contractors to where she can dedicate her time to them. And then Whitney, Tiffany, and Paola do more walk-in traffic, which is terrific. And then Pamela can help with those customers as well. But to do the appointment only allows those customers to make an appointment, and then Pamela has that dedicated time to spend with them. Because sometimes when you're coming in for that initial consultation, it could take a few hours, especially when you work with ceramic tile, and there's so many pieces and parts and different designs. So we're trying to allow these designers to have one-on-one attention, and Pamela is wonderful to do that with. But so is Whitney, Tiffany, and Paola as well. But we're allowing that appointment-only type opportunity, and we hope that it works, and we think it's going to be successful.
Yeah. So tell me about you and how long you've worked with the company, and a little bit about Fleming. It's family-owned, right?
It is. My father-in-law, Al Fleming, started it in 1971, started as a paint store, and then as flooring became more popular, he started showing carpet samples, and then it grew into vinyl, and then grew into hardwood, and then we grew it into ceramic tile. So I've been there for 21 years, and we're family-owned. We like to say that we're real people. You can come and talk to me. You can talk to Al. You can the people that we hire have been with us for a very long time. We're not perfect, but we really try to do the best job we can with it. But we feel like we're not just some big box store. You know, you can really talk to somebody. You can come in and see me in person. So Al has done a tremendous job, and I've taken what he's done and hopefully kept that same personality and then have added to it as the times have changed. But it is family owned, and a lot of the people that have worked for us have been with us for quite a long time. So we're very proud of that.
Yeah, and you have such a big team, and the people, yeah, I've talked to Pamela, to Whitney, to Rick. People seem to really stay with your company for a long time, and I think there's a ton of expertise that you get from that. You are not dealing with somebody who maybe they're substituting in flooring today, and they're going to do the best they can. There's a real level of expertise and consultative selling, I think.
Yeah, I've been there 21 years. Robert Kelly, who handles all of our custom and remodel work, he's been there for 10 years. Russ Smith, who does a lot of our retail, and Jeff Brown, they've been in the industry for about 20 years, been with us for about 8 to 10 years. So we definitely have a very experienced staff. If someone can't answer a question, somebody in our organization absolutely can. Occasionally we'll send out Kelly Pritchett, who's our tile manager, or Ashley Wooten, who manages our wood, carpet, and vinyl and luxury vinyl plank. They will go out and do a site visit, and they have a lot of industry knowledge, not only flooring but construction, to where they can come out with me and then try to solve that problem or to look at something to where we're fully prepared when our installers show up to tackle whatever issues we may come across.
Yeah. So flooring changes always. There's always the latest and greatest styles and that kind of thing.
Yep.
And I know that you guys work with a lot of home builders and everything. So tell us some of the trends that you're seeing right now from some of your home builders, and maybe different price points of like what types of hardwood floors that people like right now. I remember a few years ago, the really dark hardwood floors that were distressed. Are those still things that you're seeing that home builders want?
Yeah, the darker colors are probably fading out a little bit. You're seeing more medium to light colors, some of the blonde colors, some of the gray colors. And something, Donna, I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but we do a lot of site finished wood to where it's unfinished wood, especially for the big custom builders, to where we install the unfinished wood and then we finish it on site. And we sell that in both red and white oak. But the white oak allows us to get some of those blonder colors, and especially the gray colors. Red oak gives us a little bit more of that pinkish cast to it. It's fine if you go with a dark color, but with these lighter colors that we're seeing, some of that modern look, that white oak is definitely helps us achieve that color. But we'll go out to that custom home and we'll do stain samples to where we'll do multiple stain samples, and that consumer can look at it and tell us, hey, can you tweak it? Can you mix these two colors? And we do that on site. In Whitney, Hal, who recently joined us about a year ago, she's very experienced in stain colors, and she really has helped us with consumers in the showroom manage those expectations. So when our finishers go out on site, hopefully we've dialed in the colors that we're putting down on the floor to where we can make it pretty simple. But yeah, I think people are keeping colors simple, not as dark. Still no earth tones, but definitely more lighter colors and grays we're seeing.
That's interesting about grays. You know, it used to be a few years ago when I had a little more time and there wasn't a pandemic going on, I used to love to go to some of the home tours just all over, and there's always something going on in Atlanta, home tours. And just to be able to see, like, what kind of flooring, what kind of hardwoods does everybody want? You know, for a while they were wider and all of that. But I will say, I see why the really super dark is going out. I have that in my terrace level. It is so hard to keep clean. It's just beautiful, but not practical.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. It shows scratches. It can show lint, dirt, dog hair, depending on what type of dog you have. A golden retriever will definitely show on a dark floor. And yeah, it's just harder to keep clean, and you see everything. When you have all that natural light, and we're seeing now big windows and 2 stories coming into a family room and all this natural light coming in, that darker floor is going to really highlight some of the scratches or imperfections with it. Lighter colors are a lot more forgiving. Absolutely. And then something that you mentioned earlier, depending on the family, people that have small kids or dogs, you know, a real wood option may not be practical. So something like laminate or something like luxury vinyl plank is a lot more practical and can also fit into our price point because they're more durable. They're not going to show those scratches as much. And then when you get into some of the, you know, people that are maybe empty nesters, real wood or engineered wood would be a great option as well. So it really depends on your family situation and what you're looking for. So price point and durability. So we try to help get people to figure that, or we help them figure out that question of what's the right flooring for them.
Yeah. And a great place to start is the Fleming website. It's flemingcarpet.com. And I just want you to see, you can go through everything. You can literally just anything that you want to see, any kind of colors that you want to see, and just be able to look at all your different choices. And then under each one, there's all kinds of other choices that you can look at. It is a very dynamic website where you can literally spend hours just on this. So I would encourage people to go to the Fleming website to look at the design tools and at least start with that. And then you can read all about the company and how long you guys have been in business and the depth of the team as well. But all of these design tools are just fantastic on the site.
Yeah, we're constantly trying to improve it. But I think it's definitely a great place to start. It really just sort of narrows down that focus because a lot of people haven't done this in 20 years. So it may be the first remodel project that they've taken on, or maybe it's a first home that they've bought, or maybe they haven't changed out the carpet in 25 years. So it's a good place to start, and then make an appointment or come into the showroom. We're open up on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for those people that can't come during the work week. So we have that weekend date available. And so, yeah, absolutely. Look at the visualizers and then come into the store or call in and order a sample so you can see something if you still are not good about coming out and you want to stay home given the pandemic. We can ship free samples to you free of charge, and then that's a good way to touch it and feel it and get a good feel for it.
Wow, that is a high level of service that you can do that you can get examples. So as we're sticking with the theme about building professionals, so you mentioned your custom home builders that might have a client to come in to the showroom with them or just come in to look. I would imagine you do the same a lot with remodelers. Are they able to use your showroom to have people come in? Do they come in with their clients and take a look at things?
Absolutely. Yeah, so the remodelers, custom home builders, a lot of custom home builders work with a designer that will help pull the whole house together, but absolutely. A lot of times they will accompany the customer, but the customers will come in on their own, and we know what allowances they're working with. So what I would recommend is for the consumer to call ahead, to let us know who they're working with so we know to expect them, and to have some information with them, because builders do have different allowances for different remodeling projects. But if they know those allowances or those budget numbers, then it allows our design team to try to keep them within those allowances. Because people can get a little upset if we show them something that's going to be quite a bit more than what they were allowed. So if we know what those allowances are, then we can sort of keep them, within that budget. And then if there's something that's a little bit over budget, then we can calculate how much more that may be.
Yeah, that is very helpful. So just to kind of summarize everything, if you want flooring for the holidays, come in now, get to work on it, because supply chains are affected by COVID. And you'll want to give yourself enough time to really consult with the great designers that Fleming has. And whether you're an interior designer, a builder, doctor, dentist, small business person, remodeler, you guys have everything in place for these people, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Come in now, because it may take a little bit of time to get the material in, and our schedules are filling up because fortunately people are looking at flooring and they're purchasing flooring. So for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, we can definitely get you installed before those holidays, but the sooner you come in, the better.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here today, Todd, and best of, I hope it continues that people shop small, they stay in their own community, and they do business with family owned and operated companies.
Well, Donna, thank you so much for having me, and this has been great, and we look forward to seeing all you customers and remodelers and custom home builders, and please come in when it's convenient, and we can definitely help you.
Yeah, and just a quick reminder, we are here every first Thursday of the month at 11 o'clock. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.